Good morning, Anna. Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day it is here in the Gold Coast. I don't know what it's like where you are, Anna, but it's really nice. I had an early morning walk and it was already very, very warm. So I'm so looking forward to this discussion today on the quality of life because, as I said to you, Anna, when you suggested it, that it's
Yeah.
a big subject, a really big subject that we could go on for hours talking about. Don't worry, we're not going to this time. However, I'm so looking forward to having this conversation with you. So, Anna, over to you. Welcome. Great to see you. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Karen. You look beautiful too. And of course, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good wherever, few people around the world. Karen and I come back every 2 weeks on meaningful conversations. And we believe that these conversations really help us, Karen and I, gain a deeper understanding of the things that matter to us in life. And I thoroughly enjoy our conversation in the last couple of months. It's over 6 months now, and during these conversation, I sometimes something become clearer to me. I learn from you, and I learn from myself from preparing and getting a deeper understanding. And we hope that our audience can get a point or two here or there to help them point to the direction that help them clarify their life direction, just as how it helped us, it helped me personally. Yeah. And like you said, we wish everybody to have that clarity in their life and have that purpose in their life and know exactly where they're heading. Yeah. What we got in the future, because we normally, when we don't know where we're heading, we will sit here and we think about the past and we feel regret and so on. And rather than that, uh, I would love to focus my energy on the future of myself. Like I got a quote in one of my posts. I uh, I quoted Steve Jobs. He said, "The people that who think they can change the world are the one who do it." That is so
Yes.
massive. Yeah, it's so massive. But I personally like to think in the way that I want to start to change myself first in order to experience this world differently, experience it better, because I believe the world has everything for everyone already. Yeah, it's already have it. And it is up to us to change ourselves, change our perspective in order to choose the life experience that is better for ourselves. So, in terms of quality of life, is just something that we all aim towards, yeah, toward improving the quality of life, no matter where we are. Yeah, the reason we are working and we're doing something, we extend and we expand, we grow, we open up, we connect, is in order to increase the quality of life. So I would like to hear from you, Karen, that how do you define quality of life for yourself, or if you can give that to a young person who just started out, how do they know what is the quality of life for themselves?
Thank you, Anna. And I love your introduction and your comments around the quality of life. And Steve Jobs' quote is amazing. Those who think they can change the world are the ones who do. And it sort of reflects back to a lot of these special quotes that have been around for decades from all of the people who did change the world. People like um, Henry Ford, who said, if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you are right.
Either
And
way,
when you
yes.
really, yeah, and when you really understand, even Rumi, the famous poet, and I always sign off my emails with this quote, is live life as if it's rigged in your favor. Live it as if it's rigged in
Mm,
your favor. And
mm,
so I believe that the quality of life is something inside of us. I believe that we can choose to see the quality of life as something that fulfills us, our lives. I'm talking about our lives, not other people's lives, because also I really believe that comparison is the killer of joy and and happiness. So for me, it's important to know what I consider as quality of my life. And for me, the quality of my life comes from how I see it, how I choose to see it. Because every day I get up and I purposely, on purpose, look for things I am grateful for things I can bless in my life. And immediately that gives me a really wonderful feeling of how lucky I am, how grateful I am that I have such a beautiful life. And it's a bit like, it's a snowball effect, is that when you notice the good things in your life, you feel better about everything and more good comes to you. So I really do believe that the quality of our life is a mindset. It is caused by a number of things, including our beliefs around what causes our success, our fulfillment, and our quality. What we can and can't achieve are beliefs. What we think we can and can't achieve, and what we think stops us are also beliefs. So unfortunately, most of us grow up with some deep westernized, in the Western world, programming that things like, and their beliefs, they're given to us from, society, things like we should be happy with things if we're living an okay life. If we've got the basics, enough of the basics to be living comfortably, we should be happy. And we get on a treadmill in order, or we feel like we're on a treadmill in order to achieve that level of comfort that we think is okay and that we will be happy with. And of course, as you know, Anna, you and I work in a different mindset. We work in the mindset that mediocrity is not something that we accept. Living a mediocre life is not something we strive for. We strive for living an extraordinary life. And when we strive for that, we see it and we do it. And that gives us our quality of life, because not only are we improving our level of happiness and joy and fulfillment, we're also always striving to be better, to be more, to do more, to give more, to make a difference in other people's lives, which is what you and I is one of our goals, is to make it. I know it's your goal too, is to make a difference in other people's lives. So I hope that answers your question.
I can hear in what you're saying is the desire to be more, to do more, and to create more, and to have more is something that can push you toward improving the quality of life. And then for that, my question to myself over the years is as well, how do I measure that? How do I measure my quality of life so that I can feel satisfied? Yeah, so what do I base on to measure? And I just reflect back on when in my very first job, I worked for a charity and run a microfinance project. And luckily, before I started the role, my manager, the founder of the organization, sent me to a course. And in there, I picked up one formula, and I used throughout my years, and didn't realize that later on when I learned the life coaching, I realized that we call it the wheel of life, and at that point in time, we didn't call that. So but I got the structure, and in that, it lists out a number of areas in our life that matter to everybody. No matter what you do, no matter who you are, there are these basic areas of life, if we can have them all covered or improving over time, then you have a sense of growth, or you have a sense of progressing. And that sense of progressing give us a satisfaction. I don't know other people, but to me, give me a sense of I have something to move forward and I know exactly what to focus on. And those areas could be, more for some people, less for some people. For me, there are four major key area. That is my inner self. Number one, it got to be have the basic foundation of who I am, my inner self, that have to be looked after. So I always focus on that to see, do I know myself? Do I become stronger? Do I become calmer? That inner self, that one first element. The next one, I would say my health. No matter what we do, we have to care for our health. Yeah, that is very big element of our life. And you can be the president, but every day you can't, you can't get up. You have lack of energy, then you cannot really enjoy life. So health is the second one, and the third one is my relationship with people and with myself. Yeah, relationship with my family, with my friend, with everybody. Relationship created opportunity. Relationship created joys and life experience. So for me, that is, I always plan my 5 years based on these. How do I improve my relationship? How many more do I want? How the quality of those relationships? How do I want it? So I plan 5 years. I used to do that, but now I do it the whole life. I know what to do, so I can do whole life. But I used to do 5 years, every 5 years, um, and those three, and the fourth one, which is my career, which will give me the financial situation that I can live on. Yeah, so always choosing what can I do to improve that? What can I do to improve that? So those are my way of measuring. I didn't realize that I had the formula then in my
Mm.
early 20. And then I carry that on every 5 years or every 2 years. I look at that and I check it out and I can see my life improving. But there are a few questions that hasn't been answered until lately. Yeah. So that is quality of life. In Vietnamese, we have a term, and I put together quantity and quality as well. Two to put together in one word. But in English, we have to have two words. So to measure, we have to measure the quality and the quantity, don't we? So life can also be measured to know where we are and where we're heading, and how do you measure it to know that you're improving and what level that you want to reach, and along the way how do you measure. Yes, so those are my understanding and experience in so far. And what about you? How do you measure your progress in terms of your quality of life? The quality of life is lacking the quantity part, because we can measure it by uh, in terms of health, for example. See, this year I measure by maybe I can swim 3 kilometers every week, for example. That I can measure that. If I can't do that and I feel, oh, what's wrong, what's going on, and I cut back and see what is realistic for me to do. Three kilometers swimming a week, is that doable? And then I can adjust that and see, um, how does it help me maintaining my level of energy throughout the week, throughout the month, and throughout the year. For example, it got to have the quantity in there in terms of having, and you do it enough, and then at a certain point you change as a person, like the quality of a person. You know, when you get there, you can't go back to your old version anymore. You do it long
Mm.
enough,
Mm.
enough quantity will change quality, right? Yeah. Back to you, Karen. If you let me talk, I might just keep going.
No, I said I would let you lead it this time, Anna. Thank you, Anna, and I love that you've got the wheel of life. We use those wheels in many areas. So we use a wheel. We have wheels of business. We have wheels of life. We can apply those techniques to, like you say, the different areas, or we can have a wheel for an area in our life. And I love that you brought up the relationships and the health and the business career and your inner self, your spiritual self, as the areas that you look at rating, shall we say. And I agree with you that health actually, when all of the most successful people in the world were asked what was the most important thing to them, they all agreed that it was health, because feeling vital, feeling well, feeling healthy. And as most of you will know, we all have had someone who has been unwell who has been close to us in our lives over the last 5 or 10 years probably. And we know that without their health, everything else was inconsequential, actually. So our health is the most important. The other thing I want to allude to is this thing about abundance and wealth, because the quality of life is actually related to abundance and wealth. And when I say that, you might say, oh, but money isn't important. Well, actually, the universe wants us to have everything in abundance to be able to do our work, first of all. And we are once again filled with blocks and beliefs around money that causes us to often think that thinking we want abundance or wealth is bad. And therefore we have limiting thoughts and self-sabotaging blocks within us that often stop us from getting to that point where we have such an abundant life. And I don't mean just abundant in money, I mean abundant in our wealth, abundance in our quality of relationships and loved ones, connection with loved ones, abundance in our businesses with who comes to us and who we work with and who we make a difference with. And there are, one of the things I do is teach a proven, reliable, but repeatable system for people to transform the abundance that is everywhere, because everywhere there is abundance. There's no lack. There is a lack. The problem in this world is a problem with supply. And so everywhere there is this abundance that we can transform into the kind of real world results that we all want in our lives. Because what I've discovered over my journey into this world of mindset and quantum physics and the universal laws and our unconscious mind and how it controls our results, what I have learned is that there are both laws of abundance and there are abundance blocks. And these two energies work in opposition to each other. So if you've noticed, as you've grown a little older each year, your time freedom is becoming more important to you. But maybe you've noticed that it feels increasingly harder to have the time you want to be with those you love, or to do what it is you would love to do, to grow in your awareness of spiritual principles, or whatever it is that you would love to do, to be earning more than you are earning for the time that you're working. If you've noticed any of those things, imagine if you could change that with learning about a process to do that, step-by-step system that would give you that abundance. Well, both Anna and I help people with that. We both are masters in our work. And so reach out to us and find out how to change the quality of your life from mediocre or surviving or being on the treadmill or even having a good life. Because good is the enemy of great, and great is the enemy of extraordinarily amazing. So if you want to change from a mediocre or a good or a great life to an extraordinary life, Anna and I can help you. You have so many tools.
We're on the same wavelength, Karen, because I was just thinking how I know that you have a solution for people and you have a system to help people get defined where they want to be, to want to go, where their future desire, situation or quality of life. that they desire to have. And the quality of life can be focused in on those few simple area. It's not that, dreaming land out there. We got to look after our health. We got to look after our inner being. We got to look after all the relationship. We all want high quality relationship. If we have great relationship with people, then your life will be fun anyway, and then you will be healthier because you have great relationship. So they all work either in supporting each other or against each other. Because if you have bad relationship, it affects your health, it affects your inner peace, and it affects your situation, your ability or opportunity to create more abundant finance, in life. So they all either work together to go toward the direction of you want, that you desire, or you might be stuck in so many trouble, so many problems in all of these areas. So I know you have a system, you know exactly how to help people, and I know that you are doing really well. You're a master in the field. So I am really glad to be able to have a chance to cooperate with you and to have these deep, meaningful conversation with you every 2 weeks. And we can just keep going to give people, tell people, let people know that there's a solution out there. They don't have to be blocking themselves away from solution. If they really want it, seek out. And it doesn't have to be with Karen or with Anna. It can be with anyone. But open up, listen up. There are a lot of people out there who is waiting for you to ask, waiting for you to give you a hand, give you, a solution. So that was I am. One of those who seeking, and then I found, a couple of years ago, I was lost. I didn't know how to get better. I get to a plateau, you call it plateau. I keep going, and to a certain point, you feel like, oh, what kind of work that I can do? I'm approaching my retirement, another 10 years or so. Then what next? I didn't want to go down too early. So I got to keep going up. That's it for today. Is there anything that you would like to share before we call today call it off, Karen? Is there any last word that you want to share with me and with those who going to listen to this?
Yes, so unfortunately, one of our people who usually come on was looking for the link, and so because we nearly finished, I'll send him the link to watch the replay. And if you're watching the replay of this, then thank you for joining us. I thank you, Anna, for speaking so kindly of me. However, as I said, you can also help. You are also a master in your area of mindset and expertise in coaching. And so it could be either of us, or like you say, it could be anyone who you resonate with, but get someone to help you if you want to go from living that life on the treadmill or living even a good life, thinking that this is your lot. This is what you have to accept, because I promise you it is not. You can wake up every single day with a wonderful, loving, joyful happiness, because your life is a quality that makes you feel that way. And it's simply a choice. It's simply learning how to get that mindset and then change the way that you think and feel, because you do it on purpose. This is quantum physics. This is learning about the universe and the universal laws and how they work on us every single day, just like the law of gravity, only we can't see them and we don't know much about them generally. So believe it is possible for you to do anything that you can dream up and to live that beautiful, high quality, whatever that is for you, happy, joyous, fulfilling life that is your dream life.
what you said earlier, I really like the point that there's a lot of things that you can't see, like quantum physics, or the we would call soul. If we can't see it, doesn't mean that they don't exist.
Mm,
Because if they don't exist, we wouldn't name it.
mm,
So maybe we can't see it, but maybe somebody else can see it. Maybe you can't see it, but you can feel it. It's like
mm,
I talk to you, I can feel something that is unnamed. Can't really even put a label to it, but I can feel it. I can perceive it. And
mm,
that something is like the air. You can't see it, but it exists, right?
mm.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
things. The air, you can't see it, but it's there. Without the
Mm-hmm.
air, we don't have life. What else is in the air? Yeah, so we can't
Yes.
just rely on the what we can see with the naked eyes. We have to feel it. We have to know it, name it, and maybe allow ourselves to tap into something that is much greater than this existing human form.
Yes.
Yeah. So that
Yes.
is our power. And that power can grow and then this can reach higher, bigger. And that power, that unseen is unlimited. The physical being is limited, but that unseen that we can tap
Yes.
into, that is
Yes.
unlimited. Yeah. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you,
today.
Anna. Thank you so much. And you're so right. Unlimited. We connect. Our spiritual being connects with the infinite, and you
Yeah.
all know what infinite means. Unlimited, never ending, no
Mm,
boundaries, no
mm.
borders, and we all have access to that. Our spiritual being. So thank you, Anna. Thank you, everyone. I hope that Mark, you are able to watch the replay because you were wanting to come on and I couldn't, sorry, send you a link while I was actually on here. And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time for the next topic, which we haven't made a final decision on yet, Anna.
Have a great weekend, everybody, and see you in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
See you too,
Bye.
Karen. Bye.
Bye.